Lady is back, but someone trashed her dream house and killed Ken. Now she's out to get even in Barbo.
Now, I don't know if you guys caught Shooters last Thursday, but I really have to say they went over the top with this one. I mean, it was great. In case you did miss it, here's a little recap. This is what happened when I called in.
Please sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
Now, you may be saying to yourself, wait a minute, the show was down. You know, how great could that be? But that's just my point. When I found out that Shooters was going to be down for that Thursday, I gotta tell you, I was about as happy as Thresh stumbling upon a flock of sheep.
You stupid dick.
Today's Stupid Dick Award goes to Rent-A-Pigs. You know the little rent-a-cops that you see driving around in those beat-up Chevys with the little lights on top, the guys that think they're cool? Now, the only time I've seen these guys actually do work is when they try and chase a rollerblader across the parking lot to bust them for trying to jump on a rail. And it's not so much the fact that they're trying to bust people for doing things that they honestly shouldn't be doing. It's the fact that these people take themselves just a little too seriously. I mean, you got the overweight rent-a-cop guy with a flashlight. What's he gonna do? Hey, oh, stop or I'm gonna shine my light in your face. Hello. Okay, I don't think anybody's gonna be scared. If someone's gonna commit armed robbery or steal a car, they're not gonna be worried that some guy on a part-time job is gonna throw his keys at him. These guys are generally annoying, pathetic, overweight idiots, and I don't like it. They get the Stupid Dick Award.
You stupid dick.
I gotta tell you, kiddies, it's great to be back. And I know I missed out on a lot while I was gone, but I think I worked out most of my problems, especially the little greed trip that I was on. And I think I'm ready to roll. So let's start it off with a little review of Sin. Now, let me start off by first saying, if you've never played Quake, Quake 2, Unreal, any of the 3D kind of first-person shooters, just because you don't think that's your type of game, you might still want to give Sin a try. Sin is basically the sort of next generation in the game, and although some people will argue that Unreal still beats Sin just because it's got better graphics, you know, they don't know their head from a hole in the ground, because that's bullshit. Now, Sin's graphics, admittedly, aren't as good as Unreal's, yet the rest of the game more than makes up for it. I think this has to be one of the funnest games I've ever played. Now, although I was disappointed with the length of the demo, and that means because they said you get 2 levels, but it really felt like a fun little shooting gallery at the intro, and then half of a real level. This demo actually makes me want to go out and buy Sin. And now, although I've just recently found out that you can literally, get this, walk down to the store and buy a game. I know it makes no sense, but you can do it. And being that that is the case, I'm probably going to do this with Sin. Perhaps one of the neatest, yet buggiest features of Sin are its little blood splatter marks. Now, you shoot a guy in the head, boom, not only do you just see blood and a hole in his head, but behind him, you'll see where the blood splatters on, be it a wall, a piece of furniture, or a door. However, the bugs kick in. If a piece of blood does splatter on a door, and you open the door, the blood stays right there. Which, although can be cool if you're on acid, not really cool if you're trying to enjoy a game. The weapons in Sin are nothing really original. It's got a futuristic-looking pistol, which reminds me of a little Glock on Action Quake. It's got a shotgun. Where haven't we seen that? A sniper rifle. Now, I think that's original, but I don't know. I have to double-check. And a rocket launcher. Now, you think with an arsenal like that, it's just basically a copycat of its predecessors. But actually, Sin really does improve on a lot of these weapons. Although, I'll be honest, I thought the shotgun sucked because you can snipe a guy or hit him with a rocket and he doesn't explode. Yet you shoot him from 4 feet away with a shotgun, and all of a sudden it's a magical shower of body parts. Yet still, the way that they pulled the weapons off was really nice. I think the firing times, the sound effects that they make are actually great, and the fact that you can reload with what ammo you have left without having to waste an entire clip is great too. Now, I'm trying not to ramble on too much, but there's just so much to say about this game, and it's really hard to say it in such a short time. Basically, if you haven't downloaded it because it's too big of a demo, which I will admit, 30 megs is a lot, it's well worth it simply because the multiplayer in this game is great. Now, if you've ever bitched about Quake 2 being lagged, then don't bother downloading Sim, because I don't want to have to jump on a server and listen to your bickering. It's really not that lagged at all, and in fact, they managed to have these huge outdoor areas without lagging it to sin, like it does on other games. Unreal. Bottom line, if you don't mind setting aside a couple hours, that is if you're on a wimpy 28.8, to download this game, do it, because you won't be disappointed. Did I manage to do anything productive this entire time I've been gone? Not really, actually, but I did buy the CD of the band called Creed. Now, why aren't I filling this broadcast with little clips of the entire CD? For the simple reason that I've been listening to this CD for the past 3 weeks, non-stop, so that I could give you guys a review of it, and I'm sick and tired of it, actually. I'm not saying it's a bad CD, I'm just saying that after you've heard the same songs over and over again for the same 3 weeks, I think it's a little time for some change. Now, Creed is somewhat alternative kind of wussy rock, and it's not bad, actually. Only if you like what Creed that you've heard now, you know, they play a couple of the songs on MTV and on the radio a lot. It's kind of hard to escape, actually. In fact, one day I switched from one station to another and heard the same song playing. But if you like that, then chances are you'll love the CD. And there is one hard song on the CD, and it's actually pretty good, so I don't know why the band just doesn't switch to that. Bottom line, if you like the songs that are out there now, you're going to like the entire CD. In case you didn't notice, my voice slightly changed, and I'm very, very upset right now, and that's simply because my sound card died. Like I said, very, very low budget. And my microphone keeps phasing out on me, too. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can crank out the rest of the show before my computer blows up. But a few simple hardware problems aren't enough to stop Dave the Weatherman.
Dude, so like, I'm there, right? And I was like, walking around and shit, man, and I walked into this one room, and there was like all these like way small kids, bro. Like they didn't even come up to my knees, man. And they were like, "Hey, mister, do you want a fucking finger paint and shit?" I was like, "Dude, get the fuck away from me, man. You're scaring me." It's like all around me were these bright fucking colors and shit. And there was like pictures of people on the wall, man, but they were really fucking stupid looking people. And then this lady comes out, dude. She's like fucking, "Oh, it's time to eat your fucking cookies and take a nap and shit." And I was like, "Where the fuck am I, dude?" And she said, "Oh, sir, please don't use that language here," and shit like that. And I was like, "What the fuck, dude? Where the hell am I, bro?" And she was like, "This is kindergarten and shit." And I was, "What the fuck is kindergarten?" And then she like said, "Oh, you're supposed to be in that special class that's across the street." I don't know what she was talking about, bro, but that's all I remember from my first day of school. It fucking sucked. That's all.
Now, when I say I need money, as in I want to get paid to do the show, I don't want this to be like my job, okay? This is something that's fun, and I do it on the side, and it's great. Yet, I do need the money so that I can buy better equipment. And you guys say, well, hey, the show's great, which I appreciate, by the way, with what you have now. But the thing is, the show is a pain in the ass to do now. I mean, it's so hard to balance volume levels at that, let alone do everything else that I do in here. And, I mean, just now my sound card broke, my microphone's tripping out on me. I keep having to redo what I say because of it, and it really kind of fucks me over because of it. So I'm really sorry, but I had to go out and grab a sponsor. And I hate to put a commercial in the middle of the show, but, you know, I've done it before. What the hell? I can do it again. So please listen to my sponsor, and I'm sorry.
Is your girlfriend busy on Friday night? Do you need a date or just someone to talk dirty to? Then call 1-900-SMUT and let our staff of kinky, oversexed women share your most intimate fantasy.
Hi, I'm by myself and I'm feeling really lonely.
Well, when I'm by myself, I like to roll around on the carpet wearing nothing but cowboy boots and a lobster bib. Then I cover the entire front of my body with peanut oil and tar and feather my thighs.
Debbie, is that you?
George?
So if your girlfriend is busy on Friday night, call 1-900-SMUT. It may even bring the two of you closer together.
I thought you said you were working tonight.
I am.
I was hoping to put some Unreal news or some StarCraft news or something here, but I just don't know what the hell is going on with those games. Unreal, I'm guessing it's because the multiplayer still sucks my left nut. I'm guessing that's the reason why it hasn't taken off, in my opinion, as much as the other games have. But if you guys can give me some good, solid Unreal news or a mod to review or something, please let me know. I mean, don't flood me with the little headlines that I see popping up all the time, like, patch released, doesn't do shit, but still, there's a patch, you know, go get it. I don't want to really report that kind of crap. So being that I don't really have any other news right now, we'll switch to some medical headlines, and now I just saw this on Channel 2 News last night. They said that there's been reports of people taking Viagra, you know, that little sex impotency drug pill. There have been reports of people taking it and going blind. Now, if you ask me, that's not fair. Why is it that the people that are taking it are going blind, okay? If anything, let me go blind because of it. Because let me tell you something. The last thing I want to see are a couple of 70-year-old wrinkly seniors boning, okay? If I were to see that, I would go blind. So that's not fair. And that's another thing. Is Viagra ethically right? If a guy can't get it up, and I'm talking if he's over 70, you know, does he really need to? I mean, come on, that's... Ugh. Anyway, I'm going to jump off that subject really quick, because I just don't want to stay on that thought. Anyway, in case you guys were wondering why Shooters was down last week, actually, in fact, today's Thursday, I think? Yeah, so they'll have a new show today. They'll probably explain it, but I don't think you'll get the real reason. It was actually because there was a big pay-per-view event going on that they all wanted to stay home and watch. So, actually, I did manage to dig up the commercial. I'm going to go ahead and roll that for you now. This is the commercial for what the Shooters guys were watching.
It's coming to the Gay Channel.
What is up?
It's the second annual male group orgy competition.
And he hits the hole right after Jesse opens it up.
With your hosts, John Madden and Pat Summerall.
And then everyone's kind of slopping around down there and grunting and groaning. And, you know, you get mud and stuff flying and gang tackles and scrums and quagmires.
No femmes, fats, or harries. Just the hunkiest gay studs and wild group action competition.
Like to pack that guy around, too.
Don't get carried away, John.
There was all kinds of stuff flying around there.
It's male group sex to die for, as described by the best play-by-play team in the biz.
Yeah, that was the late one. That one didn't come and didn't come and didn't come, and finally they threw it out of there. Whoop. I don't know where that one came from. Look at that big old meat and lop. Oh, what a meal those guys are having.
They look good.
That's a good group.
If you go nuts for tight butts,
you push, you push, you push.
Get gay per view today.
You just rode him backwards.
Just put him right on his back.
With Pat Summerall and John Madden.
That looked like it was the last shot out of the Roman candle. I mean,
the second annual male group orgy competition on Gay Per View.
I'd like to pack that guy around, too. Boy, yeah. He's going to fire into his guy right here.
Call 1-800-HEY-CUTIE to order today.
Choosy moms choose Quake. Speaking of which, it's time for some Quake news. The people making the Generations mod, that's over at planetquake.com/generations, are in need of some modelers to make them some really kick-ass models. And I don't mean the kind of models that can't eat too much ice because they'll have to throw it up later. I mean some good Wolfenstein, Doom 2 type models. Basically, you know, go to that site if you can make models because they need it, and I think this mod is going to be great, but they just need some extra help. These guys are extremely kick-ass. They were there for me through all this crap that I went through, and they were trying to help me out. So I owe it to them, and I really want to see this mod succeed. So help those guys out. And I did review a mod over at planetquake.com/Shadowgate. This mod is going to kick ass. Not that it doesn't already, but it's got a lot of bugs and bad AI and things like that. Yet it still kicks ass. I can't tell you enough. Get some friends together and get a LAN. If you don't have a LAN, buy one. If you don't have friends, buy them too. And, I mean, you can play it over the internet. That's how I tested it. It's just fine. However, I find it's better if people are in the room so you taunt them as you're sending monsters over to destroy their base. In this game, you get, like, I don't know what they call it, technically, but I think it's like energy. And with that energy, you can build and spawn monsters. You can build huge tank commander guys to defend your base, or you can build little flyer guys to scrounge around the levels and try and find more energy to keep building. It is just so cool, okay? I can't stress it. There's no real way to explain this game other than, you build certain monsters, you walk around the level and try and destroy your friends. And that's pretty much it. But the way this guy did it is amazing. I love it. The only thing that I really hate is the fact that you can fly around and see the entire level. That means you can walk right into your friend's base, so to speak, while you're flying your little view and see what he's got. I don't think you should be able to do that. I think you should be able to see where your friend's base is, but not see the monsters that he has. So that way, your attacks need to be a little bit, silent or stealthy. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. It's a good mod. PlanetQuake.com/Shadowgate. Check it out. Give this guy some help, too. I don't know if he needs it, but hell, I'd like to see this mod become big time, because it rules. Oh yeah, really quick, I want to thank Brian Wilson and his friend, I can't pronounce, Burn Victim? Oh, that's his nickname. Alright, what the hell. Him and his friend Burn Victim were, they're in Dallas at the CPL event this weekend. Or wait, this was a while ago, so that was last weekend. Bottom line is they have 4 machines all using my logo from the website as their desktop backgrounds, which in itself is pretty kick-ass. Yet, however, he says, quote, on Friday, after Blue and his Juice crew arrived, he caught them staring at their PA desktops while they were away. And then he said, quote, all of them stood there just shaking their heads. Hey, I shake my head at everything else Blue does, so why not? Anyway, I want to let him know that I appreciate what he did, and he's a kick-ass guy on account of it. Okay, back to Quake shit. I got an email from Psychopath, who's making a new mod. I guess it's going to be some sort of racing mod. I don't know. But he's looking for programmers, especially ones that have experience with 3D graphic engines. And if you want to get involved with that, you can email diablovision@theupa.com, or you can head on over to their website. But I don't seem to have that with me. Sorry about that. Oh, and here's some news that involves our favorite flaming queer. Apparently Thresh is going to be playing the best Quake player in the UK. However, unfortunately, this player is going to be chosen off of a little competition called Quake-A-Delica. Why is this a bad thing? Well, let's just say Quake-A-Delica is using, and now this is, from the emails that I've received, the Wireplay service to pick their members, which has been compared to M-Player back in the United States. That right there in itself should tell you why this is a pathetic piece of crap. Anyway, apparently the best player on Wireplay will play Thresh, yet in all the emails I've received from UK players, they say that, of course, the best player there is not going to be hanging out on some cheesy service. He's going to be playing on regular, Quake 2 servers. I can't confirm or deny the truth in that because I don't live in the UK and I don't know who the best player is. But if Wireplay is anything like M-Player, and this competition is anything like I think it's going to be, Thresh probably will win. Yet, still, I personally don't think that the UK will be represented properly. What can you do about it? I honestly don't know. In fact, I don't think there's anything you can do about it except call them a bunch of sellouts and slap them in the ass. But head on over to Quake A, the letter A, that is, DELICA, that's QuakeAdelica.com, and check it out for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this show up. I did want to apologize for the whole quitting and coming back thing. There are some, of course, as you know, some personal things going on right there, and so I appreciate you guys sticking by me. I also want to say that next show I hope to have a review of Chaos DM ready for you guys. I would have had it for you guys today, but I don't think I played it enough to give it a fair or honest review, so I'll go, screw around with it some more, and then I'll let you guys know how it is. I leave you now with a song that sounds like it was custom tailored for most of the operators in Planet Quake's staff room. And now I'm not, directing this toward Yoast or any of them, I mean, there are some people in there that are extremely nice to me. In fact, there's a lot of sites and people on Planet Quake that I consider some of my best friends. But this goes to most, and I'd say 75 to 99% of the people in the staff room on Planet Quake. So without further ado, there you go, guys, and thanks for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man song.
He's the man. He's the man.
I don't take no crap from anybody else but you. I wear the pants around here when I finish with your laundry. 'Cause I'm a guy you don't want to fight. When I say jump, you say yeah, right. I'm the man of this house when you get home.
He's the man. He's the man.
What I say goes around here, right out the window. And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. The sooner you learn who's boss around here, the sooner you can give me my orders, dear. Because I'm head honcho around here, but it's all in my head.
He's the man. He's the man.
And I can have sex any time that you want. Because I'm a man who has needs, but they're not that important. And don't expect any flowers from me, because if I'm not mistaken, you prefer jewelry. I'm the king of my castle when you're not around.
He's the man. He's the man.
And I'll drink and watch sports whenever I want to get in trouble. And I'll come home when I'm good and ready to sleep on the couch. Because a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and I'm going to do what you tell me to, because I'm top dog around here, but I've been neutered.
He's the man. He's the